Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
A lot is going on, and my question is about meditation.
So a lot is going on, and that's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. It's natural or unnatural?
It's natural. And it's scary because I feel like I'm on a roller coaster and I don't know what's going to happen next. But meditation is helping me.
Do you not know that you have control over what happens next because you have control over your point of attraction? So why is it scary? Are you afraid that you don't have control of your own vibration?
I think I
Do you believe in assertion? Do you think there's something out there that's just going to come and get you? Hard questions, we know, but
yeah.
you said there's a lot happening. We said, is that a good thing? Yes, it's wonderful, but it's scary. Both of those things can't be true. If it's scary, you don't see it as wonderful, you see it as unwanted.
For me, it's the unknown.
You all, oh, we love you so much. You cannot be unhappy about the unknown. You can't see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it, but you can know it. So if it's unknown, it's because you're vibrationally not letting yourself know, and you could. You don't know when it's going to be or where it's going to be or maybe who it's going to be or how it's going to come about, but you could know that it's going to be good, and you could know that it's going to feel good. You could know that things are always working out for you.
I do.
And you have a lot of evidence to show you that.
Yes.
And so why not go with that thread rather than the old unintelligent, misunderstood vantage point of people who know nothing about the law of attraction, who are flailing about, spewing everything that crosses their mind out of their mouth, acting on it and making a big mess of their own lives. And then you look at those that are making a big mess out of their own lives and you say, oh, that could happen to me. No, it can't. Oh, that guy fell in a hole and broke his ankle. That could happen to me. Not if you're watching where you're going.
Okay. Yep.
Not if you're paying attention. You have an inner being who knows where all the holes are and where all the rainbows are and where all the winning lottery tickets are and where all the happy, ready for you people out there wanting to couple up are. Your inner being knows where everything that you want in. It's not unknown. I have fear that I don't know the known, but it's not unknown. I have fear of my not readiness to let myself know what my inner being knows, but I can fix that because my inner being knows. So if I hang around with my inner being, then I'll know what my inner being knows, and then there will be no ever fear of the unknown because my inner being always knows. Always. My inner being always knows. Esther sits to write with Jerry on a daily basis, and quite often she says, what do you know that I don't know? And Jerry will say, pick a subject. Because as soon as she picks a subject, there isn't anything that he knows that she doesn't know, because she's tuned into somebody who knows. So she finds herself knowing stuff she has no business knowing, because she wasn't there when they put that well in. She wasn't there when they decided to do that. She doesn't know, but he knows. And if she will allow herself, he will at least lead her to the thought that will lead her to the thought that will lead her to the thought that will give her the answer that she wants, or the answer that she's looking for. You all, do you think you want to know everything right now? Do you know how busy you would be in this moment and how unpleasant a moment of all-knowing would be for you? Pick a subject. Pick something that you want to know about. It's like when you go to a restaurant. Ooh, there's so many delicious things to eat in wonderful restaurants. So you go to a restaurant and you pick something, and when you put it in your mouth, it's just so good. Do you in that moment wish you could eat everything right now?
No.
Or do you just savor what's in your mouth? Get the benefit of what's there, the benefit of pleasure, the benefit of satisfaction, the benefit of well-being, the benefit of nutrition. Do you really want to eat it all at once, or do you just want to focus on what's in your mouth and savor it? So mostly when people talk about fear of unknown, they mean I can't focus everywhere at once, and I believe that I've got to control it all through my attention and my focus, and that will make you nuts. You know who's got all that? Your inner being. And your inner beings intervene, and your inner beings intervenes, and your inner beings in other words, this all is in really good focus. You all don't need to worry about the sun coming up tomorrow. We've got it covered. You don't need to worry about so many of the things that you're worrying about. You don't need to worry about anything. And when you do, it's a misuse of time and focus. But Abraham, did you see the news? No, we don't watch it. They're not talking about the world we know. They're not talking about the world we're promoting and expecting. They're contributing to the new world. And we adore them for their contribution. But we're not watching that news that is meant to terrify you and motivate you to action that isn't helpful for the planet. When you take action from fear or anger, it doesn't benefit your planet. And wouldn't it be nice if you could put that together? If you could put that together. These thoughts equal these feelings, and these thoughts and feelings equal this result for me. Did I like it? If not, do something different, yeah? And so?
Meditation has helped me greatly to pause and be an observer when I'm upset about something. But how do I know I'm doing it right?
You feel good. You feel good more and more.
Sometimes I feel real connected. There's sometimes where I make myself meditate when I get up in the morning, almost every day.
You gave us a really important word in the middle of a sentence. How do I stay? And we just want to point out to you that if you decided that you're just going to stay some way, we think that movement and rebalancing and awareness and interest and flexibility and the ability to move, in other words, nothing just stands still. Everything's in motion all the time. So you don't stay always in positive emotion, but when you feel negative emotion, it launches a desire, and the desire that we're wanting to be amplified is the desire to feel better, not the desire to fix the problem. If you've got a problem, it sends a rocket of desire, but the rocket of desire is not for the solution to the problem. The rocket of desire is for the stability that will provide you the atmosphere to see the unknown. Mm-hmm. Does that make some sense to you? Get in alignment and then, get in alignment and then. But you live in a world where you're fixated with manifestations. And so most people in the world are sorting manifestations into piles of wanted and unwanted, right and wrong. So you've got all of these piles, and then you're all just looking at the piles and thinking about the piles. We want you to feel your way through the piles. This pile doesn't feel very good. It's almost like one time in the first year that Jerry and Esther were together. Even then they were traveling a lot, and when they came back, Esther prepared eggs for Jerry that had been in the refrigerator, and when he took his first bite of his beautifully cooked egg, he spit it back on the plate because the egg had spoiled. And from that moment forward, Esther sniffed her way through the refrigerator. She never ever served Jerry another rotten egg or another spoiled anything, because she knew that her nose would give her an indication of something that her eyes could not see. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Well, your emotions are an indicator of something that your eyes cannot yet see. So just feel your way into the feeling. Let's just play with this soft and easy here. Think about the feeling of eagerness. That's easy to identify. Think about the feeling of reluctance. That's easy to identify, isn't it? Think about the feeling of appreciation. Think about the feeling of criticism. Aren't you kind of sniffing it out? Because the feeling is your indication of what's coming to you. Now, most of you, these words are not as meaningful as they will be someday soon, because most of you, most everyone, has such a mixed bag of emotions that you're not really sure that you're in control of your emotions. But it won't be long before you will be sure, and at the first whiff of something that doesn't feel good, you'll really know that there's something that you want to get it squared away. You'll really know.